of all, you need to go to AWS, type in the Google and go to AWS there, fine, and click on the Amazon Web Services. You can make account from the phone or from your PC, whatever you want. So there's an option of sign into the console and my account. Okay, sign into the console will automatically make you sign in as I have signed in. So it will require, and you need to go to create a new Oz account, and you click on that. You'll go for the sign up page right there. You can go and write your email address and continue and so on. For let's make my so I am having my Oz account, and it says that Oz accounts includes 12 months of free tier access, right? Including Amazon EC2, S3, DynamoDB, and various free. You can go on, and let me copy and show you. Okay, so you can go and see what are your free trials. Actually, you can create a free account here, and you can see Amazon EC2 you will be getting 750 hours free per month. Okay, in storage you get a 5 GB free space. Same with the database. With the machine learning you get there. Compute, it's Lambda 1 million out there. Service, status service we actually read yesterday. So have you got the your videos right, guys? Any problem in starting videos and so on? There was any problem? Okay, I think it's no. Voice is not clear. Oh, what is happening? Then you can reconnect actually. Okay. So KSI, your name is pretty big. So Kumar Reddy, your card is not there. Fine. Okay. So you actually need a card there. So go and create account. While sign up, you give an email ID. Let's giving one email ID. Then really go and I'm giving one. Let's say okay. Passwords are not equal. Very good. Now it's equal. So Oz account name. What should be your name? That is something. Okay. And after doing so, you go and create with me. Then only you can come over all of this. Okay. So go and then continue. Now it will ask you. Okay. This is for my personal use. Never. So it will ask you something. This. CD, state, phone number. Okay. That's not. Address. I'll preferably give it as. Okay, this is my postal code. Fine. Check there. Create account and continue. Now it will be asking something like this, right? Okay. It use my contact address. You have a PAN out there. You can verify with the PAN. Okay. Now you have to give actually a credit and debit. Why it is so? Because say any messages. No, it's fine. Okay. Okay. It it displays actually it will detect a rupees 2 from your card for future purpose. Why for future? Because we have free tier limits over there. You can see we use payment information to verify your identity and only for users in excess of the free tier limits. That is, you are getting free tier limits. That is, it has been given here that on what service you are getting on what much trial per month. If you exceed 750 hours in a month, you will be charged. If you exceed 5 GB plus, you will be charged. Okay. If you are getting 1 million plus requests per month, you will be charged. Okay, these are free now. You can, but you should try for the free trial, because you, for now, you will be not be using for all the free months. Okay, it's enough for you, enough for us also. It's not like doing of much. So you can enter your credit card details. For those who are not having, please make sure that you enter someone's. Okay, have anyone, if your mother, father, or any friends, anyone. But make sure you don't come over the paid versions. Okay, use only the free versions. So after giving a lot of this details, you can go verify and add, and that's what your account will be made there. So after that, you can directly go to the sign up console. Okay, I'm not doing this because I have an account, so I'm disclosing it. So after coming, you will be clicking on once you make an account, go again to the OS and click on the Amazon Web Services, and then go to my account, OS Management Console. Okay, so it says a root user and IAM user. So going with the root user, you will have to write your username. I have my username. Go to next, you will have to write your password, and so I think it's a password. It will work something like this, and you will be signed in your account like this. Okay, so go fast and make an account and make me sure that you have made. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone. Go first and make your account there. Subjit, please mute. Wait for a minute and make your account there. Fine. I did not accept Rupee card, but still I'm able to log in there. There's nothing. Okay, if it's so, then it's okay, fine, no problem. Hitrath has login. Because when I paid, it was asking something. So it didn't accept it Rupee card, but I'm still able to log in. There's nothing in the payment preference page. Okay, then everyone can move on. Done. Sanika has done. Hitrath has done. Should I present? Uh, you can keep the snapshot in WhatsApp. Everyone can see there. What about the rest of people? Make fast. Rohit, Madhvan, Sahar, Jyoti. Go fast. Create your account. Let me know. Okay, is there login by root or user? Go by root. So, is there anyone from the Mac operating system? Anyone is having Mac? If anyone is having, he might have to do one more step. So let me know that if anyone is there from that background. Jyoti has done. Fine, good. What about Shivan? Okay, your names are too big. Are you all guys from Hyderabad or South? Everyone? Most of you are from South, I think so. Is this? Yeah, I can see. Dancer, very good. Okay, Shivan, Vitha, what about you? Shubjeet, no problem. Okay, yep. Jishrani has done. Dancer, very good. Waiting for Madhvan. Sahar has done. No, no response. Sanika has done. Okay, Sanika has done. Yep. Jishraj, come first. Rafiq, you need to do there. Who are there? Sahar has done. Fine. I can see everyone doing it. We have been trying with my dad's card since the morning. It's not compatible. We'll try again. Anyone has sent the screenshot? Let me see. Siddharth has sent a PNG to Oz Management Console, and you can see. So Hitrath, you have visit the billing one, or you have the Ishwani has that the Madhvan has done. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll be giving you an introduction to why we will be doing instances. We will be creating something. First, we'll go and create your account, and we'll discuss then. Not done. Okay, I'm waiting. Go complete it fast. Not done. Subjit, have you done now? I think only you are left. Rest. Rafiq, what about you?
So it's asking this ATM pin.
So give. Shubhjit has confirmed yes. Okay. So waiting for Rafiq and who more? Everyone has done, I think. Rath has done login. Cave Sai has done. Jyoti has done. Muskan has done. Shivan Vitha is having problem. Shivan Vitha selected basic plan. Yes, you need to see.
Sir, should I give the ATM pin?
Yes.
Should I give the ATM pin, sir?
There, it's asking for ATM pin.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, I actually don't know why it's asking for ATM pin. It just asks for code, I think so.
No, no.
Okay, let me check once. My has been signed up. Okay. Can you see the screen now? No, guys. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
What you can see now? I have opened a create Oz account. It seems something like that. Where it is asking for the pin. Let me give any card number.
After this step, sir.
Okay.
After verify and continue.
It is asking for pin. Okay.
Yes, after this.
So for
Yes.
everyone it asks the pin. Guys, it asks for everyone. Madhavan, does it ask? Or Subjit, anyone? Yes, so give, you can give. Sahal has saying that it doesn't ask. No, no rupee. Okay, you can give. Go give. That's no. Yeah, yeah, you can give there. Go. Rupees 2. Yes, it will debit your rupees 2. That's correct. So go, Rafiq, you can give your there.
Okay.
Okay, it's showing something like this. Card expiry, ATM pin. Fine. That's it. No problem. So I'm facing some network issues today actually. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So everyone is done now. I should start with the, should I use different card? You can try once. What are the options available there? I think it's said for Rupee. It's Rupee is not actually accepted here. I can see no. You can go with the Visa or you can go with the Mastercard, which genuine everyone has. I think you can go with the Visa or Mastercard. I have Visa and Master both, so I can use anyone from there. You can have anyone from among those, or if you have between these two, Discover or American Express, you can go with Tail with that also. That's it. Okay, Jishrani, Jisha, what's your name? Jish, very good. Right now I'm having either of them. Not having either of them. Only Rupee. Oh no. So Hitrat, you have created, right? Hitrat has said that where he said I'm from Ahmedabad. Okay, yes. So see, you said that it did not accepted Rupee, but still I'm able to log in. So guys, the only purpose is to get login now. Oh, first of all, try to get login. Without, if you did not get to login, you will console page is showing without entering payment details. That's okay then. If it's so, then it's okay, fine. You can go, and if everyone has done, please let me make sure again that until and unless you are done, I am waiting for you. Go and complete it first, because only then you will be able to perform your practicals. You will be building a virtual machine out there. Okay, so Sir has done, Rafiq has done. What about Jisharani and this girl, Shivan Vitha? Okay, your girl, right? Shivan Vitha. I think your girl. I'm very bit confused on the names actually. Okay, meanwhile, let me give you some introductions. Okay, so while predicting, guys, while predicting the required computer power, there can be two scenarios. Two scenarios. Okay, you may overestimate the requirement and buy a stack of servers which will not be of any use, or may underestimate the usage, which will lead to the crashing of your application. Right. So today we understand all the key concepts and instance creation. Okay, let's not waste any more time. So yes, you'll just watch you doing hands-on part now. Okay, fine, it's okay. I'm started. Okay. So as yesterday we have saw some Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, what basically is EC2 called. Okay. So EC2, I'm repeating again, EC2 is a web service from Amazon that provides you a resizable compute services in the cloud. They are resizable because you can quickly scale up or scale down the number of server instances you are using for the computer, you can say as computing requirement change. Now, what exactly was instance? So, instance is you can say instance was a virtual server for running applications on Amazon EC2. It can be understood like a tiny part or a larger computer, a tiny part which has its own hard drive and network connection, operating system, as I said yesterday, right? So, but you can say as it's actually a virtual. It's not original. It's virtual. We're creating a virtual right today. So you have a multiple tiny computers there, and then you create one machine. In one machine, you create many multiple virtual machines you can create on. Okay, so you'll be getting a project on fourth. Actually, on the today is your second day, right? On tomorrow we will be discussing about Microsoft Azure, and day after tomorrow we will be discussing about Microsoft Azure as well as Google Cloud, and day after tomorrow will be your projects part. I'll discussing about the projects with the practices of the examinations, right guys? And then you will having an examination. So why we are using EC2? Okay, we'll be doing with the console. Okay, this is your console basically. So why we will be dealing with EC2? EC2, now you can not see here everything. You can go with the all services and then you can see here everything, guys. Okay, so why EC2? Suppose you are a developer, and since you work or you want to work independently, you buy some servers right there as on pre, or you can say as on a premises, right? You estimated the correct capacity and the computing power is enough always. Now you have to look after the updations of the security patches every day, and you have to troubleshoot any problem you might occur at the back and at end level in the servers and so on, right guys? So but what if you want to buy an EC2 instance? I have discussed about what is EC2, what is instance. So what if you buy an EC2 instance? You actually don't have to worry about any of these things what I have discussed about it. So as things, it will be managed by the Amazon. When you buy anything from Amazon or any service from Amazon, everything will be managed by the Amazon. You just have to focus on your application, that's all. Okay, so that too at any fraction of cost you will be incurring earlier, right? So how to run systems in EC2? The basic step was, what you did actually, you log into your OS account and you need to click on EC2. Okay, you need to click on EC2, that's all. So get with it. You will get a console with this. Welcome to EC2 console, and so there you can see everything, right? Whatever we have read, it instance as this, AMIs, Elastic EBS, that was Elastic Block Store, network and securities, load balancing, auto scaling, everything we read, it is given here now. Okay, fine. Okay, so actually we need to go and create launch assistant, but wait for some moment, I'll let you know everything. Okay, so what is Amazon Machine Images, AMI, right? So AMI are the templates of operating system and they provide the information needed to launch an instance. Okay, when you go and click on here, you see it. This is an AMI. So at present I don't have any images matching my criteria, and I can build my own custom AMI using this one. Okay, so when we want to launch an instance, or when we have to specify which AMI we want to use, it could be Ubuntu, it could be Windows server, etc. Right? The AMI could be pre-configured, or you can say as you can configure it on your own according to your requirements. For pre-configured AMIs, you have to select it to for Oz Marketplace. For setting up your own, go to you will have to quick start. Okay, you will go to kickstart and then click one, and where you can get it, it's go to your instances there, and you will see when you will select one, you will get a quick start out there. Fine, when I launch, I will make sure that you get a quick start there. Okay, so that's it. So moving up, so we saw that we have many type of instances. We have general instances. Yesterday we saw the general instances for application that those are for only applications that require a balance of performance and cost. Any problem there? Okay, fine. Yes. So for example, email responding systems where you need a prompt response, as well as it should be cost effective since it doesn't require much processing, guys. Okay, we have compute instances which we read yesterday. For compute instances, these are only for the applications that require a lot of processing from the CPU. For example, analysis of data from a stream of data like Twitter stream and Instagram. Okay, so memory instances, what are memory instances now? So guys, I'm saying you can make a note over there, fine, okay, because examinations it could come there. So what are memory instances? For applications that are heavy in nature, therefore require a lot of RAM. Okay, they could be called as somewhat of memory instances. We have example of them also. So for a memory instance, you can say when your system needs a lot of application running in the background or it's multitasking, you need much memory power, right guys? We buy actually a laptop with much RAM, over the 8 GB RAM, 32 GB RAM, right there, fine. So that's what actually it's need. Okay, so storage instances is the another part there. So what are storage instances? For applications that are huge in size or have a data set that occupies a lot of space, right, then we need actually storage instances. Okay guys, so what are storage instances? For applications that are very much huge in size or have a data set that occupies a lot of space over there. Okay, for example, when your application is of a huge size, suppose that is say for Microsoft Office, you can see Microsoft Office occupies a lot of space. Okay, it takes something around GBs of it. You can, whenever you go and you see the size of your files in your system, you go and see, you will check out there, you have a lot of space occupying that there. Okay, so moving ahead with what are the next criteria is the GPU instances. Okay, GPU, what are GPU? Basically guys, we have read about CPU, that is central processing unit. What is GPU then? GPU is something which we keep in a, you can say, as a virtual machine. When we work with any one of you have worked in the Google Collaboratory, might be the Python students might have worked in the Google Collaboratories. So yeah, good. So Google Collaboratory has options of CPU, GPU as well as TPU. Well, TPU is something you can't buy actually. TPU is something you will not able to buy because it doesn't comes with any of the machines, right? There, it's Google own processing unit, and this is only owned by the Google. There, fine. Okay. So GPU is nothing but the graphical processing unit, where whenever you want, or whenever you are programming and you want something, or whenever you are making websites, you want that your images, your videos on a website should load faster as compared to a CPU one. When we load any website in a CPU operating system, we see, okay, it comes faster, that's okay. Okay, but as compared to a GPU system, when you load those things, you will get a 10 times faster speed over there. Okay, suppose if your site is taking 10 seconds to load here, you will getting 0.1 milliseconds there in GPU to load out there. Fine. Okay guys, so GPU instances for applications that require very heavy graphics rendering, okay, like maybe 3D modeling, and you can say it's a graphical representation something. Okay, so if I sum up there, every instance has a set of instances which are optimized for different workloads. For general instances, you can make a note now. For general instances, we have T2, M4 and M3. Okay, I repeat, for general instances, we have T2, M4 and M3. For compute instances, we have C4 and C3. Okay, these are the workloads. Memory instances, we have R3 and X1. For storage instances, we have I2 and D2. And for GPU instances, we have G2. That's all. So have you noted? Should I proceed, or anyone who has left anything? Should I repeat once?
Sir, please repeat.
Okay, well, so general instances is having T2, TT for tiger, T2, M4 and M3, fine, general instances, clear? So the compute instances are having C4 and C3. Memory instances are having R3 and X1. Storage instances with I2 and D2. And GPU instances are having only and only G2 there. That's all guys. Okay, so we're dealing with the EC2 now. Okay, so EC2 is very easy. I'll go with this, and now you have back to your console. Okay, let's understand the whole EC2 instance creation process, and we'll use its use case, and we'll start a Windows virtual machine of a Windows. You can create your Ubuntu right there also, fine guys. And for Mac, I think no one is there from Mac. As I asked, no one replied for the Mac. Anyone from the Mac background or Mac operating system? No, I think no one is there. No, okay, fine. Because I am having Mac, I have something different process also. So that is much heavier. Fine, going off. Okay, that is. So guys, this is your console, right? EC2. Yeah, whatever instances you are having, you will see here the running instances, their volumes, their key pairs, the placement groups, and everything. Snapshots. That is, a snapshot is basically what you actually you can keep a snapshot for showing someone of your system, whatever virtual machine. However, many a times a college gives project to create a virtual machine over there. Ethical hackers always create a virtual machine and work on that, so that you cannot easily get trapped by your IP address. Okay, so this is an advantage of a virtual machine. Okay, so let's move on. You have created your there. This is your region of where you are working on. Okay, whatever region you can choose manually according to your service there. It's, let it be OU. Okay, let it be what is it is. Okay, so Amazon Web Services are of also 4 types. Compute services, we have seen that we have 4 type of compute services, right guys? We have EC2 there, that is virtual services or virtual servers in the cloud. We have EC2 container service that run and manage Docker's containers. We have Elastic Beanstalk, that is also in compute service, right guys? So that run and manage web applications. We have Lambda over there that run codes without thinking about the servers. Okay, so don't much waste of the time and just click on the launch instance. So this is something you'll get there after launching the instance. Everyone has got this? Get me the confirmations quickly. Is yes. Okay guys, answer quickly that everyone has got it. Launch instance, Vajvan has got, Kumar Reddy has got it, fine, just yes, okay. No, Sahar hasn't got, so go and get it fast. Got it, fine. Just go fast. Let me create it, yeah, okay. Why it is so? Error loading AMI data. Refresh it, guys. Refresh it. That's why I'm saying you might get some errors out there. Who is getting error? Rafiq is getting and Sahar is getting. Okay, you refresh it. You must be getting some. My AMI don't get here. You can go to a quick start option. Okay. That's why I said that you can go to Picard and you can see you have Red Hat Enterprise, you have Amazon, you have Microsoft there, everything you can see, you can get there, everything. These are your stuffs. You can select any of the machines, virtual machine actually, Ubuntu server, and so on with a quick start. That's all. Let me check what are your status. Got it, done. Sahar has done, Rafiq has got it. Sir, can you please repeat it? Okay, you want me to repeat? So 1 second, I'm repeating. Let me close this. So see Sanika, I'm repeating it once for you. Okay, so you can go. No, from where this is coming, remove this. Okay, so see what you have to do is actually you have to click on your EC2 from your compute service. Okay, once you get to it, directly go and okay, someone has kept a message. I can't join. Please share the link. Oh no, this guy hasn't joined till now. Prince. Share him. Okay. So see Sanika, you can get here and just click on the launch instance. That's all. You quickly get to this page of quick start, and I also have an error while loading AMI data. Let me refresh it. You can get 2 to 3 times error, but it will sort it out. It will get it done. Okay, I've got it. So any more? Please share recordings. Yes, I will share it. Sanika, have we got it? Should I proceed further? Everyone, I've got confirmations from everyone. I think so. Sanika is in someone state. Yes, sir, fine. Go. Okay. So guys, don't waste time. Go and I will be creating a free tier eligible service, and from I will be selecting a Microsoft Windows server. Let's go and select this. So this is your space what I have discussed at T2. You have TT3 here, you have T2 there, you have M4, M5, many criterias on which everything work on. Okay, so you have got your family here and you have got your type here. So free tier eligible. Okay, you've got your CPUs here. I have one CPU there. For memory you have got there one. EPS you have only got the free in the EBS only. Okay, everything is there. You don't need to do any much of the specifications right here, guys. Directly go to next, configure instance details. Just move it. Okay, now what you need to do is number of instances, this, and so on. Don't do anything here too also. Don't do anything, just go with the same. You can go and read everything here out. Okay, just go with the next, add storage. So now you get your storage. Actually, you need to specify what kind of storage and what size you need to have in your storage capacity. That's it. Okay, 1 second, hold on. So that's what you actually need it there, right? So everyone is doing, I can see, or no one is giving anything. Okay, so let me give it as 100 GB, or you can proceed with it 30 if you want. You can give, let me give it as 256 something, fine. So you can get a general SSD, you can get a provisioned SSD magnetic, and you can also get an HDD drive, which we actually have in your drives, and in Mac you have HDD. Okay, so there you can't see anything, you just add air, and you can now see the HDD option also. Right, guys, and let me remove this one for now, and just I will be next add tags. So now here you will be adding something, so let me add a tag. I'm writing here a sample and instance. Okay, you can write here sample instance anything. Okay, just go to the network settings, and now you get your network setting group. Here you have TCP protocol, some ranges, and so on. Don't need to have where you have a lot of range, or you can DNS, HTTPS. You can define your security whatever you want. You might get some POPP3 and many of them. Okay, Gmail use SMTP and so on. Fine, you can choose your websites. It give you a warning that choose some good protocols, a good service. That's not needed, we are just doing a sample out of data. So what repeat? Okay, first let me create Sahar, I will then repeat it out. Okay, so you just go and review and launch. So your instance, okay, let me go, guys, and let me make it 30 because I don't get these much spaces actually. So next, review and launch. Yes, so it says that you go and create your, so make it 30, guys, or else you will be charged, I think so. So your security group and so on. Fine, guys, everything is there. Don't check for anything, you have created everything. Your network performance is very low to moderate, that's good. Instance is here, everything is fine. Your storage, you can see here your storage. Okay, you have this a snapshot, this one you can get a snapshot there, no encryption is there, everything. 30 GB of space you will be getting in your C drive, and just click it launch. So now what you need to do is, any queries? Okay, yeah. So now you need to create a key pair. So first you create a new key pair and write anything. For like, suppose I am writing a sample key, for a sample key right there, fine, and I will be downloading this. Sample key. Okay. Fine, I have downloaded my key here. Okay, don't open this now. Okay, so that's all. Launch your instances. That's it. Okay, so your instances is been now launching out. So you can see, go to your services, click on EC2, and you will get back to your management console out there, and there you will be seeing your dashboard and events. In the events, okay, let me go to the service, EC2 dashboard, running instances, and you will be seeing that it has been running, initializing. Once it get initialized, you will be good to go. Okay, so wait till it gets initialized. So everyone is having this. Okay, so here I will be repeating it after completing this one. I'll be repeating it for once, don't worry. There is some weather issues as well as the network issues today. The weather is very bad here today. Meanwhile, the network is also getting bad. So let's do fast. Okay. It's still initializing. Once wait till it's initialized. Meanwhile, what you can do after initialize, you will be doing something. So what you can do is you can stop any instance, you can reboot any instance. Reboot is nothing but you can reboot your system, you can terminate your system out there, you can click an image of that. Okay, so alarm status nothing, initializing. Still you get an IP address here. Okay, you get a key name. What you have key name there? This one. This is your key name. Monitoring has been disabled now. Okay, this is your launch time 2 July, and this is this, and so on. Owner is this one. That's very easy. So still it's initializing. Let's wait for it. Loading, none. Meanwhile, you can also see this one, your public email address and everything you can get out there. Okay, you go and just check it out. Go and check it out. Okay, so I'm done with that. My status has been checked. So what you need is something. Go and select it and click on connect. Now it says download remote desktop file. So go and click on download. Okay, I have downloaded this. Okay, and you have to give your password over there, guys. Okay, you have to give your password over there. So click on get password, and now it says to choose a file. So choose a file there, and whatever you have downloaded there, go and click on that. Okay, so I have downloaded Sumit123 in my download section. Downloaded Sumit123 and .pem. I will open this and I'll get all. This is my actual password. So I will decrypt my password there, and this is my password. Now I will copy this out from here. Okay, and I will just click on the remote desktop file, whatever you have done. Okay, click on this. So it will open and it will work something like you are connecting to. Are you guys able to see my window? Hello guys, are you able to see my window?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
it shows that you are connecting to RDP host something. This RDP is nothing but remote desktop profile. Okay, we'll go to continue, and then it asks for your password. Paste the password you copied from that area. So I'll be pasting it and will continuing it. Once I continue, I will getting a virtual machine of Windows operating system on my Mac. Okay, so let's wait for it and see it's coming up. So as you can see, I have a Mac OS, and in which I am running a virtual machine now of Windows operating system. Fine guys, so in your machine you are running a Windows inside a Windows. Okay, now you can create anything, you can work on, you can see now EC2, Microsoft and everything. This is how a Windows actually looks like. It will ask for your internet connection. Yes, apply for it. No problem. And this is how actual Windows look like. Okay, you have a panel of where there you have to expand, and you will see this at something. Okay, screen snapshot, You can take a screen snapshot there. Fine, guys. Go and take a screen snapshot. Take this and copy everything. So I have taken a snapshot. It will notify me there. There is a host name. I have this guy. Now let's go to the file manager, and we will see that we have a 30 GB of space, whatever we have opted for. Okay, guys, are you able to see this one too? Let me check your first. Hello, guys. Please repeat where to go and paste password. Okay, you have encrypted your password. You just go and click on your download, whatever you have downloaded, your RDP, that is remote desktop profile. Okay, you go and open it, and then it asks for the password. You go and paste your password there. Fine, guys. So I can see a where it has gone. Yep, I can see your windows here. Okay, I can click on your windows. You can see everything there. Amazon Web Services, EC2 launch settings, and this. You can launch for the settings, and you can see everything what you have in your windows. You can go to your systems, and we'll see night color on night settings, and it's nothing there. Okay, so let's explore this. So I'll go to my about, and I can see I have a system with a device name of this Intel this installed RAM of 1 GB, and because it was given there, so 64-bit, no pen touch, nothing there. Okay. Meanwhile, operating system built this and installed on 7/2/2020. Version is this 2019, and it's the latest version of the Windows we have. Okay, so you don't have any need to go and buy for 30,000, 40,000 a laptop of a new version Windows. You can directly install it from a cloud. Okay, that's what is very simple option over there. Okay, guys, so I'm deleting it. I'm getting it off. So this is how you work on with a Windows. So let me go up here and cut it. That's all. So let me go back. Okay, so have you guys done? Did you saw your virtual machine inside your machine there? Everyone? No? Why? I can see no. Two guys getting no. Okay. Can we do after this session? Your wish, you can do after this session too. So guys, for those who are facing problem, okay, no one has been able. So you can get it from writing it for, I think so it would be a RDP for Windows 10 or whatever Windows here. It's remote desktop software you need to install, I think so. If it is not working, you can go and remote desktop Windows. You can download this remote desktop for Windows. Okay, I have it for my Mac remote Windows. Similarly, you can go and install it for remote Windows. Okay, then you open it. Can you repeat it once? Which step, Sanika, you want me to return? Sorry, repeat. After initialization. Okay, you need me to create it again. Fine. So, see, this was what initialization has been completed. You clicked on connect, and after connect it looks like this, and connect to your instance. Okay. Guys, okay, so there you let me go into again. You connect this, you come with a just like this, and you download your remote desktop file. I have downloaded, so I am not downloading it again. And you can click on get password, upload your password, that is this one. Upload your password, decrypt your password, copy it here, open the operating system what you have downloaded, get there and paste it, click on continue, and your Windows will start. That's it. Okay, this is so simple. So let me close. And once you are done with this, guys, you can take at instance state, you can stop, reboot, and always try to terminate it, because it will take something, an image, create image. We'll get an image name, just keep 123. Description, just create an image created, we pending image, yes, something, status pending. This is your image builder AMI. You have created an image of your file. It's pending. Let me go and open it first. Continue. Continue. So let us get an image of it. Let me open anything on this PC and let's get an image of it. So let's wait for it some moment. Let's get back. EC2 dashboard, running instances. Can go create image. Y6, create image. Snapshot screens. And this is your image. The snapshot has been completed on this available not. You can write your snapshot name SNAP123 or whatever you want. So here you need to write what instance, its instance ID, whatever your instance ID is, description, your mode you want to give or not, and giving certificate, anything. Alright, create a snapshot. So this is my snapshot. I'll get it, it's pending, and you can download it from here and you can see it, how it works on. Okay, so this is simple of how you get to a snapshot, how you get to it's going progress 4%, 5% will go and then will create. So I don't want it now for now, so I will be deleting it. Yes, delete. That's all. I'm going to my EC for running instances. Close. I'll be terminating this one now. So guys, yeah, yes, terminate. So it's shutting down. Done. Okay. So it's basically shutting down now, and this is how you work on. Now it opened, everything fine. So this is how you can create a virtual machine, and you can work on that. It's not like you can install any virtual machine in an operating system. Like if someone say I want to install, I want to work with Ubuntu, right? I want to see how Ubuntu operating system works, and I want to buy a laptop for Ubuntu. Don't go and buy a laptop. Go to your cloud, create a virtual machine, and explore how this Ubuntu looks like. Okay, so you can go with the Ubuntu, you can go with the Windows, you can go with the Mac, deep learning machine, anything out there, guys. Okay, supercomputers, anything you can go and then you can work out there. So this was all about your AWS practical, small practical, how you can create an instance. Similarly, you can create Lambda and everything out there. Yes, okay. So you'll be getting a project over it also. So now let's get back, and did anyone everyone has completed? Give me the confirmations, and if so not, go and get it, because after this class I'm having more classes, so I'll be getting your answers in the night only. So if you are having any queries, ask me here and just now only. Okay, so what about the virtual box? Okay, so what you actually want to do with that, Jyothi? Yes, sir, I was able to create a virtual machine. It was wonderful. Yes, it was. It is wonderful. So virtual boxes is something is asking for virtual box. Okay. So it's basically for enterprise on a powerful 86 AMD Intel 64 as something. It will look like something. Okay. It runs on basically. You want to know about VirtualBox? It runs on Windows, Linux. You can also run on Mac, and many operating systems, much more DOS and everything. Linux, right? You can download, and you have an option, I think so. VirtualBox option is also there. If not, so it will come in running days. Okay. So for remote 2 also we can create it using AWS. No, for you can everything go and you can create or for an Ubuntu also. There is no such problem. You can go and create for Ubuntu too. There's nothing much there. Same who is joined. Okay, Jyoti is there. So you can go and create your Ubuntu. There is no such problem that only Windows work on. You, because it gives you an option that you can work on so much feeds, Windows and deep learning machine, and for Ubuntu, I think so. Mac is also there. Okay, so there are a lot of options there. Ubuntu you can launch. Okay, if you guys want, then I will give an Ubuntu option also. So better you can create. Okay, so go and create then AWS. Go and create an Ubuntu machine and get me the snapshot in WhatsApp fast. It's very easy to go and create. So your first task is now for go and create an Ubuntu machine and get me the snapshot in my WhatsApp. In your WhatsApp, and let's see who completed this first. And then we'll discuss about the Azure PPT and we'll end up our classes for 2. Go fast. Create an Ubuntu machine. You can go with your EC2. I'm giving a very small hint there. You can go to a EC2 directly. You can go back to launch instance, and work for your Ubuntu. So you can go with anyone here. Where is your Ubuntu? You can find it out and you can name it as, where is Ubuntu HVM? You can see here it's Ubuntu. Okay. Ubuntu. Can go with 14.04. There are a lot of Ubuntu here. I can see it. I can search also. Let me see. Here you can get here a lot of it, right, guys? So get and select any one of it and work on. That's all. Create and give me the snapshot. I'm not able to do now because I'm not having my Visa card with me. We'll do later. Okay. Okay, fine. So rest of them, go and just get it done. You have 5 to 10 minutes because instance also takes some time to load on. So you have 10 minutes of time. You get it and give me your snapshots, or give me, just click it from your phone. Okay, don't go for the snapshot, it will take much more time. So click it from your phone and get me the feedbacks of your snapshot in the WhatsApp group. Go, your time starts and you have 10 minutes. Fast. Okay, he has left the call, or she has left the call. So go and get it now. And further we'll be dealing with. Let me see if anyone comes with an error or not. Meanwhile, we'll see the errors of the students. Add tags. Don't add tags, just go to the next option. Now select this and AMI, let it be this. Next, configure the details. Next, add storage. Let the storage be this. Next, add tags. You can get an add tag. Yeah, write something, anything you want. You can get a sample Ubuntu. Okay. Configure the next topics and just keep on moving. Okay. For how long created instance stay if we not terminate? It's long forever. It's kept off for wherever until you terminate it. It will be running it. That's why I say terminate, because as long as you left it and it once it get for running and in might some situation it will get the free trial exceeding. Okay, it will exceed the time limit for the free trial and then you will be charged. So it always better to terminate it after your usage. So make a habit of doing so. You have more 8 minutes with you. Go and complete it fast. So having a virtual machine is like having another OS on the same screen along with the old one. Yes, obviously, exactly same. That is what if you are creating a new virtual machine. Machine is something you are creating a new operating system in your existing operating system. You can run any operating system in your existing one. That is how ethical hackers run their systems, not how we run. Jyothi Raghul. TPS is having some errors. Okay. Let's see. Okay. st2 micro 1 EPS only. Okay, number of instances 1 spot, ham roll none, that's everything is fine. Next to add storage. Let me give it something small. It's 8 GB. Tags. Tags. Give it a good name. Let's see. Linux. Next to be configure security groups. Launch wizard. Leave it for whatever it is. So I'll be creating SSH SQL. I'll be removing it. I'll be something this, and let's see we are launching it. Okay, it says me to instance type micro where A is equal to moderate. It's fine. I'll just launch it. So it also launch instance. SQL is not supported in the tutorial. Okay. Edit AMI. So this is not anything. Let's format this one. Let's format this. So we can see. Yep, good to go. Done. Errors. Okay, let's see what we are getting in these errors. EC2. Instances. And this is not running, initializing, waiting for it. Okay. Meanwhile, there are some guys who have been keeping up in the WhatsApp. Let's see what they're saying. I can do from mobile. Exactly not, I think so. Try it for once. Login failed. Yes, that I saw. So do one thing in the Ubuntu option, guys. In the Ubuntu, go and select it for the last option, that is Ubuntu 18.04 LTS HVM something like. Okay, go and select it there. The last one you will get there. Ubuntu server 18.04, and then go and work with that. Change just Subjit, you have given me a snapshot there, and in that click on the right hand side, you will get an option there, edit back to browser. You go to back to browser, and then sir, can I do connect using SSH putty? You go on SSH. Okay, So Shubhjit, do one thing, you go back to your browser and then click on edit AMI, okay, and in edit AMI select the last option from the Ubuntu server 18.0406 something, it will be clear. I have done because I was also getting an error right there, so I've created it, okay. Let me say you that how you can create it. You see, when you go to your launch instance, you simply select your AMI from there and go with the error loading it, restart it. Okay, you directly go and come up with the 18.0, this one 18.0 HVM, this one you go and select this one, right? Okay, this might be giving you some errors, this 18 might be giving you some errors, so go and click on the last one you get, that is second last one actually. Okay, move with that, SSH. Okay, so let's see what our has been. I don't want any instance till now, so running instance is one. See what's coming on. Okay, it has been checked, so let's connect with it, guys. Connect using PuTTY. Okay, asking for connect using PuTTY. Okay, so session manager, easy to instance. So you connect using PuTTY once, check it off for, will connect Amazon. Yes, I know these. Get me the steps. What is Chase? Troubleshooting is okay. That's an point. So you can download your PuTTY from your SSH and TNT client. Okay. So for Mac, what is this? This is for Mac too. Okay, guys, you can download it from here. Okay. So download it and see whether it's running or not. So I have a 64-bit. I don't need MSI. Is there the Mac one? Mac. No exe. No exe supported. Yes, this can be supported, but no. Zip is not supported. Okay, I can see I don't have any versions for Mac here. MSI is not good. You guys go and download it from a 64-bit or whatever you have. Okay, and then you connect it with your key. You must not use public and connection. Assistant, connect to your public DNS. SSH standalone session manager. EC2 instance. Let's see what it does. IP hosting. There was a problem. Okay, retry. We actually do with SSH, but you have to download PuTTY there too. Okay, so do this in your home, you will be getting it. Okay, now I am terminating it. Try this is an OS terminate login. So let me get you to our last topic of today, that is the Microsoft Azure, and we're dealing with those. So let's see. So we have understood why we need cloud computing. Okay, so we're getting the a brief introduction to Microsoft Azure. Fine, guys. So before going with that, let me give you a small introduction. So we actually don't know what is Azure. Okay, so do you have any idea why and how it is used? Some of the answers I will getting the yes or no. Okay, so let's move. So we have understood why we need cloud computing, and we know that. Okay, let me summarize it with something. So 10 years back, companies were storing everything in house, that is their own servers. But over the years, with the internet becoming very speed, people discovered a new way, and they thought of that, oh, why not to make everything online? Yes, because cloud came into the existence and they started working on that how we can make of it well. Okay, so why cloud computing? It's the last again we can say that to handle these problems we had come up with a new model of infrastructure, and we can put your data on the cloud servers and you are set to the no more expenses there, scalability is there, and we have discussed everything right from the last so some minutes we have been discussing about it. What is cloud computing? We have seen that it is the use of the remote servers on the internet to store and manage and process data rather than on a local server or a personal computer. You can store your data, you can manage your data, and you can process it easily right there. Again, we were having on it on it three bases, that was the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, where you have your domains. That SaaS was it allows only the companies to use software without purchasing them, which reduces the expenditure of the company drastically since they are already installed on the cloud servers. They can be easily quickly deployed and therefore saves time. What in the platform service, it allows developers to build applications, collaborate on projects without having to purchase or maintain infrastructure. So what is infrastructure as a service? It allows companies to rent servers, storage space, and from a cloud providers. That is how it works on. And we have a comparison there. We have saw comparison in packaged software. You will get the PPT today. So dealing with the cloud providers, we have a lot of cloud providers. As we discussed, we in our this session we are having cloud platform, Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, and Amazon Web Service. Meanwhile, you can also work with the digital IBM Cloud. Go and search for it and see how it works on. Okay. So we're dealing with Azure job trends. What are the job trends of Azure? Okay. So there many companies are using nowadays. Okay. So let's see how it works. The demand for the Azure solutions architect can be seen in the trends. You can see the graph here. Okay. This is basically the Azure solutions architect there. Okay. It makes sense to upgrade yourself. Okay. And then we'll work for why it is. What is Microsoft Azure, guys? Any problems to anyone here? No. So what is Microsoft Azure? So Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform created by Microsoft, where developers and IT professionals use to build it and deploy and manage applications through their global network of data centers. Okay, what are data centers? Nothing but the cloud computing, as I said. Okay. So we have some services over the Microsoft Azure. Then we'll see what are the services. So Microsoft actually provides you the various type of services that would help you in computing in one way or you can say another, and these services are clubbed into very much domains, and some of the domains are your compute, storage services, database, as we saw in AWS, same as something like okay, compute, storage, and database and networking. So there are some of the services which are compute, which is used to process data on the cloud by making use of powerful processors where server multiple instances at a time. What we did actually today. What are the storage services? The storage, as the name suggests, is used to store data in the cloud within the ability to scale and as when required. This data can be stored anywhere. Okay. What is database? The database domain is used to provide reliable relational and non-relational database instances managed by Azure. And in the networking, it will let you connect to the on-premise infrastructure and services to get a better experience over there. So there are plethora on services which you want to check out, and you can see of how Azure resources works on. So let's see how what are the Azure pricing now. Okay. So this might easily be one of the most popular reasons to learn Microsoft Azure. Okay, for people who are new and want to learn about technology, Azure gives you a very free credits which can be used to access free Azure services for a free short duration. Right? Yes, Azure is extremely flexible and offers up, as you can see, as a pay as you go approach, which can be greatly help or it can serve your business needs. Flexible pricing, great suppose upscaling or downscaling the architecture. So it's all about how pricing goes on in Azure. Okay, so let's continue with the certifications. What you can get in Azure, as we in Amazon Web Services also we have some certifications. We'll getting the certifications of some introduction about the Azure. So in Azure, its aim is basically to fill the gap between the industry requirement and the resources available. Okay, so it have some specific roles there. So introduce roles, basic certifications, provide aligned experiences, make certifications simple and discoverable, and you can say as a industrial recognitions. Okay, so there are 3 types of certification over there: administrator, developer, and software, or you can say solutions architect. Okay, so let me give you a picture of it. You can see it. It's like something this. You can go and give exams over there for the Azure, and you get. Okay, let's see what is Azure portal. So Azure portal, as the name suggests, it's a single portal or a single junction that lets you access and manage all your applications at a time. It lets you build, manage, and monitor everything from a single web apps to a complex cloud applications. Okay, and some of the app I have given here, that is single point management, personalized experiences, access control and security, service amalgamations for powerful experience, and more visibilities there. So that is what Azure has work on. For creating an Azure also, you need to, let me go and let us create an Azure. So for creating an Azure, you need to go to the portal.azure.com and you can create your account here. And we can launch an instance here too with a very good steps. Let's move on and work on here. Okay, so guys, you can go and start your free tier. Let's go and click on start free. It also asks for your account details, and so I don't have any IDs for Azure, so I'll be creating it and we'll be working with it tomorrow. So today's your task is just to go and get it something, make something on your virtual machine, anything you want. Go and just give me a snapshot of your virtual machine by writing anything or just creating a notepad or anything else in your virtual machine of Windows, as well as try for the Ubuntu, reach it out for the Ubuntu, and let me know that if whenever you come with a you tackle with a problem over there. Fine. Okay, so your projects on the 4th day, guys, you will be dealing with your projects, and you can also meanwhile go and create a Microsoft cloud ID, as well as tomorrow we'll dealing with all those. So I suggest you to go and get a Google Cloud platform and make your ID here too. Okay, so just make it here and get everything for free. Don't give for the paid versions, because you have started now. Don't get for the paid versions. Okay, so that's what you can go create your Azure account, create your cloud account in the Google. Your today's task is to go and get Explorer for everything you get here. Start from free and search for the things what you can get in the consoles, because from tomorrow we'll having both Azure as well as Google Cloud practicals, and in the 4th day we'll be practicing our questions, and the 4th day practicing our questions, and the 5th day your examinations are there. So today your task is just to complete a snapshot of EC2 Windows as well as in the Linux option. Okay, you go and create it and send me in the WhatsApp by 4 o'clock. Yep, you have half an hour. Go and create and send me in the WhatsApp, right? Okay.